the microphone back in at the stand because I need me 2 hands tonight. My brothers and sisters, thank you for this invitation to come out to this massive event. It's so good to see so many PUPs, Belizeans, everybody coming out tonight to stand up with one voice. And that voice is going to say loud and clear on May the 8th, we are going to vote. No! That no sound too loud to me. We are going to vote. So I'm going to leave it better. Well, yesterday Dean Barrow gone all the way to Miami for something. Make it hear it over there. How are we going to vote? All right. Party Leader, Honorable John Briceño, Deputy Party Leader, Honorable Curdell Hyde, parliamentarians and standard bearers from the West, our friends, our partners in the Belize Peace Movement, and of course, all of you great people all the way from Belmopan to Benke, from Arenal to Armenia. You are here in huge numbers, and you're here because you believe in your country. There was a song that came out a few years ago named Believe in Belize. Well, it seems that we have a government for the last 11 years that don't believe in Belize. They don't believe in Belizeans. They don't believe in protecting what is ours. They believe in compromising. They believe in bending back ways. They believe in giving up time and time and time again to those that want to claim us. So it is important that we reject everything that has happened for the last 11 years. We reject the corruption. We reject the incompetence. We reject all of the ills that this country is facing. And we do that very simply on Wednesday. It starts on Wednesday with you coming out, putting a little X or a check mark at the right part on that ballot. And where are you going to put that X or that check mark? That is right. Now I wanted to say a couple things tonight. I know we have a lot of speakers, and I wanted to get into the meat of the matter. This matter, this special agreement, this compromise, was infected with unconstitutionality from the very beginning. From the very beginning, they started this process wrong, because the foreign minister did not have the authority to sign that special agreement to bind this country to this process. He went to Washington and he signed an agreement, and he did not have the authority. From then, we in the People's United Party and other members of society were advocating for him to take the matter to the House of Representatives. We elect 31 people to represent us, and this matter should have been debated in the House, should have been ventilated for the public to hear what we are going to sign. And in that way, perhaps we could have gotten a better agreement. In that way, perhaps we could have heard exactly what Guatemala was claiming, because none of us really know. Do you know? They said we are find out after we vote. But what kind of, how you vote and you don't know what the next side they claim? As a matter of fact, they keep telling us, if you vote yes, then we'll tell you more. Can you believe that? They tell us that we are going to amend the Maritime Areas Act or repeal the Maritime Areas Act, but only if you vote yes. They've been telling us for months that the lawyers that will present us in the case will be coming to talk to us. But we haven't seen them. We haven't heard them. We don't even know who they are. Because Seri Elrington won't be representing Belize. Assad Schuman won't be representing Belize. Dean Barrow won't be representing Belize. Lisa Schuman won't be representing Belize. And it's a good thing because she don't win a case yet. They can't even get a simple application to the court right. But I don't want to get into all of that. But the fact of the matter is that we don't know who is going to represent us, and we have not heard from them. Because, my brothers and sisters, it's not the government of Belize that are the clients. We are the clients. I am a client. You are, all of you here tonight are clients. Because when those lawyers go to court, they would be representing Belizeans. But we have not heard from them. And because of that, and because of the way this process is infected with unconstitutionality and illegality, and because of this, as Senator Courtney said, this indecent haste, why is it that they are rushing this thing? You see, on April 1st, the Chief Justice of this country gave one of the most important decisions we have ever seen, because he issued an injunction to stop the referendum from happening on April 10th. And he issued that referendum because he said that you guys got it wrong, that what you have done is wrong. And he told Dean Barrow, slow your roll, Prime Minister, slow your roll, get it right. Go back and consult, and then come back to the people and listen and put this thing to the people in a proper way. But did Dean Barrow do that? No. Instead, what he did was call a hasty press conference. And you know what he said at that press conference? Well, he said that a feather could have knocked him down. A feather could have knocked him right down when he heard what the Chief Justice told him. That is how arrogant and how much hubris he has. Well, last night in Independence, we had a massive rally in the south, and I took a special item down there to Independence. It took a lot, you know. When the Prime Minister left, we had to sneak somebody and get this feather out of the office. But last night I took the actual feather that knocked down Dean Barrow, and you know what I'm going to do with that feather? I'm going to turn it into a pen. And on referendum day, I'm going to vote in the ballot booth with that feather turned into a pen. Because what the Chief Elections Officer is saying is absolute nonsense. You are not forced to just vote with what they put back there. If you want to vote with a pen, you can vote with a pen. If you want to dip your finger in ink and vote like that, you could vote by dipping your finger and putting it on the paper. But the fact is that they have tried to confuse us. They have tried to divide us. And this is an issue that should not have divided the Belizean people. And that is why it's so important for us to be united the way we are tonight. Because we are united behind standing up for our country. We are united behind the movement that has said very clearly, very loudly, that we cannot allow this scheme, these dark forces, to perpetrate and to create mischief in our country. We cannot go against the legacy of the Right Honorable George Price, who said very clearly that Belize is for Belizeans. We learned that very early, and we won that case in 1981. So why is it that we want to go back to court when we've already won our case at the UN? And we are respected, we are recognized, we are honored by nations all over this country. There is no reason for us to go to court, because we don't have a dispute. Over that side have a dispute. What are we disputing? We know what is ours, don't we? We know where our borders are, don't we? Maybe they don't know what the border is. That's said they create this term artificial border. But are you in agreement with the artificial border? You say I'm not here, you're good, man. Maybe that's because of the lights and so, you know. Are you in agreement with the artificial border? Are you happy with Seddy Harrington? Are you happy with Dean Barrow? Are you happy with Rennie Montero? Are you happy with the UDP? So how are you going to vote on Wednesday? Say it one more time. How are you going to vote on Wednesday? You know, it's so good to hear you say that. And one more thing I have to say, when I see that flag flying right there in the breeze, I'm so happy, I'm so proud that that is our flag. That is ours, our national symbol. And to think that they went and took down our flag at the Sarstoon Island, when the Sarstoon Island is already a part of Belize. And instead of the government of Belize, the UDP government, condemning the actions, you know what they said? They said, don't go back, man. Why are you going back to the Sarstoon? They try to blame Wilmer here, or they try to blame the territorial volunteers or the peace movement, and they try to say you guys are instigators. But the fact remains that the Guatemalan government and the Guatemalan military have been aggressive and have been violating international law, and we have to stand up. And these Mickey Mouse, what you call them, diplomatic notes of protest, I have never seen any notes of protest. We only hear that these protest notes are sent. But we need more than that. We need more than that from this government. We need more than that from our security forces. And I can promise you this, that when the next government comes in, we are going to lead a team down there in Sarstoon, and we don't put one flag on the island, we have put 100 Belize flag on the Sarstoon Island. And when the next government come in, we have put people on the border with Belize flag all the way down to Toledo to let them know where our border is and where our people will defend. Because this is for us, Belizeans. This is our country. We have to fight for it. And if we don't fight for it on Wednesday, starting on Wednesday, then we are going down a road that we don't know where we're going to end up. Because if this thing goes to the ICJ and we're not happy with the results coming out of the ICJ, there is no appeal, you know. There's nothing we can do. We can only cry and say, man, we make a huge mistake. So I don't want us to reach that level. And I know you don't want that either. So on May the 8th, we are